Okay, once we make our way back to West 2, which you did take the tram, what we're going to do, make sure you do, if you have an Ethernet cable, this will be a lot quicker. So if you're like right next to the Xbox, we can unplug it once we get to a certain point. The Ethernet cable is the easiest way for the back save thing. You might be able to do it if you have the My Home Xbox. I don't know how that will work. So you could just like, I'm just gonna show it for example. We could go to settings. You might have My Home Xbox. You might be able to go offline and then quickly go back online and then load up the Talos principal before the game kicks you out and walk around. If the game kicks you out, you won't be able to do it. I'm just gonna reset it again once we get up there. But we're gonna have to go online for like a split second and then plug it back in before the game kicks you out. Once you go offline and go back online, it takes you off of cloud save drives and puts you on the storage. So we're gonna make our way down to the lab. So if you just stick to the left and then come all the way down, or if you just kept going straight from the pathway, we're heading straight to the laboratory, which I mentioned before. And we're coming up to, which one is this? This is 2. It's a lot brighter than when we came here last time. I believe it was like yellow. Coming past the terminal. Here goes number 3, your favorite place right over here. We're going to keep on going. Again, going down to that full sprint. The only reason I'm running over here is because we're going to have to go through 3 mayors at this point. You know when you did it correctly when it turns off. We have to do the finale. That's the reason why I want to wait to then, because there's like a bit of a time skip for the mayor to appear. But as we keep on going, following the pathway, eventually you'll come across this lovely force field. Keep on going. Right when you get to this point, you're going to see this guy with the statue. And right here is going to be the laboratory. Go inside the laboratory and you're going to get the achievement, the laboratory achievement.
Please join me at your earliest convenience.
Go all the way down. We're going to go across here. And we're going to go speak to him.
1K.
We're going to say Rand may be right.
You think so?
I'm going to plug myself in and find out for myself.
I'll watch to be sure.
From that, what we're going to do is walk right past and go sit down in a seat. We're going to get another achievement. From this point, what we're going to do is walk forward, and to our left is going to be a computer monitor. This is what you've probably seen in the museums and the text adventures. If you pay Talos 1, you've probably seen this computer before. From here, what we're going to do is go down and go to our right and do /RM. Then we're going to go to Force, the Force Run Sonodrome V2, version 2. And it's going to kick us out. And I believe it should put us into a dialogue. You just have to look to the left and then now speak to this guy.
Oh, you're back. Didn't take
We can skip all. I don't think we know each other, do we?
Yes,
If you say so.
I am in fact a
I don't hear the positive.
You just plugged your noggin into an experiment.
Where did I come from? No more small talk. I need to ask the questions. What is the meaning of life?
Oh, just that.
Please go on.
The catch is that while the moral...
So this helps me how?
Here's the...
I think I understand.
I believe you do. You came here to...
I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready to go back where I came from.
Of course.
Okay. From this point, if you haven't done no social media or anything, from this whole point, which is Act 3 up to the finale, Act 4, we're going to start answering to some. First, we're going to talk to Herman.
1K.
I think so.
You must have gone quite...
I need to think about this.
Of course.
And from this point, what we're going to do, of course, I'm bringing back up again if you skipped over it. What we're going to do is from this point, we're going to disconnect the Ethernet cord from the back of the Xbox. Of course, I don't know if I don't have my home Xbox on this console, on my recording console, so I have no clue if this is gonna work. So it might work if you go to settings and then go to network settings and then go offline and quickly go online. That might save you and you could quickly go back. Did I just say strict? Why does that say strict? You could hit and then go back and quickly move around. Hopefully the game won't kick you out before it boots back online. If it does, then you would have to do this again. Like if it takes you to the dashboard, do it again. What we want to do, once we turn our thing off, we cannot go to the dashboard or quit the game because the game is going to force a save. So, I mean, we can go to the dashboard, we could do this, we can go to home per se, but we can't just hit the middle button and we can't just quit or go to a different game. If you do that, the game is going to force a cloud save. So what we would have to do is hit the middle button, manage games, and then go to save data, and then go to the character that you're on, and then click A, not delete all, click A on your profile, and then delete from console. And then you could go back into it, and it's going to load up your last save points, which is right here. If you disconnect from the internet. From that, so what we're going to do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you that I'm going to disconnect. So hitting the middle button, you're going to see these lovely things disappear. So it should be the Xbox and my profile active. So let me go flip it. There we go. I pulled it in. I took it out and put it back in. That's what she said. Once it turns back on, hopefully you can walk around. Give it a few seconds of walking around just so the game can know you're playing. And once you're back on, hopefully the game should be still active. And once that's done, we are pretty much good to go to keep on going. So for this one, when you're back on, just give it a few seconds to make sure that you don't get kicked out. And what we're going to do is for our first one is that we're going to hit up on the D-pad. We're going to go to social media. We're going to go to warning. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go with Ovis is correct. Maybe this isn't a bad thing. Then we're going to go to is there even a future? And we're going to say intellectual change, new ideas and new art. Or we can say if it is available, you're right. I'm beginning to fear that we're taking the wrong path after all. One of those two choices. This one, I'm going to be with this. The intellectual choice. From this one, what we're going to do is go to the theory of everything. Scroll down. And what we're going to do is, I agree with Malduk. From this point, what we're going to do is head out. And we're going to exit the lab. We're going to have 2 conversations with 2 of Herman's people, his advisors. This one doesn't really matter about what you say. It's the next one that's right outside that you do. I went to sleep mode and spoke to something. I don't remember.
I don't know which disturbs me more. That the data might be lost, or that...
And from that point, what you want to do is go right past him. And right at the top of the stairs, this is the one where you want to watch what you say. So right when you exit out, there is a guy who sits up here. He's streaming this this whole section to the rest of the New Jerusalem. Can you say its name? Go to Crier. And what we're going to say, I'm ready.
Attention.
A manifestation of a system.
Well,
Cannot speak.
For everyone when I see your hand.
And what we're going to do is, this is the one where you actually want to pay attention. And this one's going to say, I'm transmitting the data to Rand. Only our scholars will make sense of what I saw. This should be right here on the right.
Well, I see lots of...
And once that happens, we're not going to get the achievement yet. So what we're going to do is go right past them, go right down and follow this path. And we're going to go to the tram system and get onto the VTOL. Once we get on, when we get close to the VTOL, Herman is going to appear. Magically, he teleports in front of us. We're going to speak with him, and we're going to say the myth is strangling this species. So we're going to hop right down this cliff and just circle around and just go full sprint. You should know the path if you remember from West 2. Again, I used the map in the description. Where to go? I believe this is 3. It is 3. The finale act of getting on the VTOL is like a minute. All you're doing is getting Byron. Byron is straight out not that walk. Prometheus is we're gonna follow him for like 30 seconds, I think, or like 15 seconds. And then the cutscene is going to play. Of course, we're gonna skip it. You could watch it if you want to on your own time. I'm just gonna skip it just for video sakes, unless it's mandatory, which is not. But from that point, what we're going to do is to circle around, and then something's going to happen to us, and then we're going to wake up, do a one thing conversation, which takes like a little bit, and then we should get the achievement, and we're just going to load back to save. So head to the mega structure.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Damn. We're going to hit left trigger to skip. And we're going to head up the stairs. Again, the only longest thing is coming and doing this. Is running all the way over here to the mega structure. And then riding around. So we're going to run straight to the VTOL. And you can see Herman a little bit to the left of it. He's standing right there just waiting.
1K,
possibly all day.
A word, please.
So what we're going to do is your choices.
Look, let me...
So you admit your goal is a myth.
A myth? But...
And then what we're going to say, if you go downwards, it says your myth is strangling our species, Herman. Right when it does that, he's going to be a little bit upset. A bit conflicted. And we're going to go right into the VTOL and just progress through Act 5. Not Act 5. Act 4 finale. Yep. I'm going to go slow for this one bit for the first time, so you know exactly what to do. The other times, I'm just going to go really fast. Because we're doing this 3 times. This whole flying part. 3 times. If you don't do the method of disconnecting from the internet and plugging it back in before the game kicks you out, then you're gonna have to complete the game 3 times. Again, I don't know. That's the easiest way. Is how I know how to do that is unplugging your internet and then getting you in. I don't know how it goes if you are using Wi-Fi. That is something I might update in the notes in the description if I get to that point. But that is the easiest, is just unplugging from the Ethernet and then plugging it back in. Again, I'm not using my home Xbox, so I don't know how that would go. Even though this game is on Game Pass. I didn't buy this. I did buy that on Steam though. That's the reason why I sped to this pretty quickly. But from that, you're gonna see Byron right here. Lovely where this tree is at. If you look down, you actually can see him. He's slumped over. Okay. So we're gonna go land over here. It's just basically a whole U-turn. That's basically what it is. I don't know why Prometheus is here. Maybe if you didn't catch Byron slumped over, because he is small. You could just walk. It's basically just walking forward. I'm just gonna go for like a quick jog. I'm not gonna hit the sprint button. This orb is gonna be Prometheus. You can just follow him.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
Just keep on staying behind. And eventually it's going to turn to a right. And we're going to jump off a cliff. And then run all the way to the end to Byron. And then the cutscene is going to play. We can use left trigger. Hit skip. And basically,
System is still stabilizing.
what we're going to do is come across. It's going to show these 3 spirits. These 3 spirits are the founder. I forgot what her name, Athena. Because she's testing us. And then what we're going to do is come around. It's basically just a huge U-turn of coming up the stairs. We're going to come into this room, which is the death room. And that's pretty much it. Dead. That's Act 5. A little, a small cutscene is gonna skip. Come on, you can't skip this.
You have suffered.
You have to listen to this. This is one of the forced cutscenes you have to listen to.
Do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Okay. Once you wait back onto the calibration table from the beginning of the game, this lovely dude is going to speak with us.
Welcome back.
What happened to me?
We think you and
What is the situation in New Jerusalem? If you see Byron's okay, it's a whole few seconds added on. If you just go straight for New Jerusalem, you could just speak. What we're going to do is skip. We have to go back. We have to save Athena.
And what about the...
And we have to embrace the future.
If that's your
Thank you for everything.
we're all in this.
We're going to walk up. The game is going to do a save. You're going to get the achievements. And from this point, we're going to stop. And what we're going to do is hit the middle button. Go down to the Talos principle. Hit manage games and add-ons. Go to save data. Go to your character. Your profile. Do not hit delete everywhere. You will officially delete the game. You won't be able to get that back. You want to delete from console. Delete from console. This should kick you. It would kick you out of the game. Even though you're playing it, it will kick you out of the game. And then you're gonna go into Talos Principle 2. And it's gonna load up the intro once again. We're gonna hit A. We're gonna hit play. Talos Principle 2. Hit continue, and you can see that it's in West 2. That's how you know you did it correctly. And you're right in front of Herman. Now, do the exact same thing for the second time. And that is unplug yourself from the internet. So now I have to go reach back. Lovely. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. If it does, it's fine. We haven't done anything. Because this is the cloud save. Once it boots me back online, we can go and do our next thing, which is going to be Mayor Brian. Come on, I'm on. So what we're going to do for Mayor Brian, not Brian, we're going to hit up on D-pad. We're going to go to social media. We're going to go a warning. We're going to scroll down. And we're going to go with Benaroya is correct. This is the future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. Probably said their name wrong. But from this point, what we're going to do is go straight up to in theory of everything. So nor is there even a future. Go straight to the theory of everything. And this time, what we're going to do is agree with Mick Q. Once we agree with Mick Q, what we're going to do is again walk forward, and we're gonna go speak to the lovely guy outside with Crier. Again, you can just go through this person's dialogue. Went to sleep mode and spoke with something. And I don't remember again. You just the same traits. The one that's outside is which is the one you actually want to say. You have to be careful what you say to them. So when we get up here, we're going to say, I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem.
A manifestation.
Well,
and right here is what you want to do. So you want to go down to the stern option. I'm transmitting the data to everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home.
This data has some important truths to teach us.
Regardless of one kid's feelings on the...
And from that, what we're going to do is make our way back to that VTOL. And we're going to go tell the Herman the exact same thing as last time. The myth is strangling the species. On the third time, which we're not going to do the save because we're going to push through without doing the backup save for the cloud. What we're going to do on that point is tell them that we need to preserve the species when we get to that point. But I'm going to remind it once we get to that point. So let's go to a full sprint. I probably might. Might be because this is present me, not future me editing the video. I might just skip the whole running part because that just saves time. Because it's just running back and forth. This is just a waste of points, waste of time. So I might just skip to where I'm getting off the tram, and we're gonna go run up to Herman. Maybe.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws. or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Lovely. Once we make our way out, again, turn to the left, and we're going to head up the stairs to our, and then turn to the right, and we're going straight to the VTOL. We're going to speak to Herman. Right next to the VTOL. For this one, what he's going to say is going to be slightly different. So right when you go speak to him, instead of him going straight into the myth, what we're going to do is say it was the truth.
I'm sure it was.
So you meant the goal is a myth.
A myth, but a necessary.
Your myth is strangling our species, Herman.
Don't think I haven't
And then make your way into the VTOL. Again, this whole point is just running to Byron and getting yourself electrocuted to death or to shutdown. And then go back to the previous save one last time. We're not going to do a cloud save backup, so we're just going to play actually without turning off the internet, so you just have to do it twice. And then that's pretty much it. From that, what we're going to do is go through the whole Jerusalem section, which is just talking to the two. You could at least go back there. This is the final time we get to go back there. So get any missable achievements you haven't gotten from before, which I already listed from the beginning of the video. And the second time that we went to New Jerusalem, I believe that's Act 3, if I'm mistaken. But from that's pretty much it. We're going to come back here. It's going to say if you want to do anything that we missed, which is going to unlock the gold trials. So we have to go do those because that's going to unlock an achievement. And then we're going to go put the stars into the machine. I'm going to wait until we do the gold trials because the stars in the machine is right next to that device. It's right when we got into the area where we got into the VTOL. That's where the stars machine and the gold stuff is at. The finale is. So I'm just going to knock it out like a rapid pace. So right when you get off, of course, I'm just going to go to like a full sprint. Because you should know where to go. Or you could just follow Prometheus. I might outrun him. Let's see.
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the
That's
way
like really
to your
close.
friend.
No, he's beating me because the game's forcing him up.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
No! I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Welcome.
Speak with him again. Neef, what happened to me? It's the same thing. Nothing really changes. What's the new situation in Jerusalem? New Jerusalem. Can you speak? We have to go back, save Athena. We have to embrace the future.
If that's your,
Thank you for everything.
we're all in.
And then walk slightly out, and you should get that achievement. Hit the middle button. And We're going to go to New Talos Principle 2, go to Manage Games, save data, go to your character, to your, not character, profile, delete from console, and go back into Talos Principle 2. And this time we're going to do the last one, which is Mayor Herman, which we are not going to do the save thing, so we can just continue like regular. From Mayor Herman, we're not Herman. What? We're going to hit up on D-pad, and we're going to go to social media, and we're going to go to a warning. And then we're going to go say, I don't think society is forming. A society without growth will be equal and balanced. That's the second option. Maybe it's not. No, it's not. I looked at the society's going. It's the third option to the left. Then we're going to go up and then say, is there even a future? Then with this one, what you want to do is you find a way to be happy. Everyone does eventually. Or you can say, you're right. I'm beginning to fear that we might have taken a wrong path after all. So we're going to hit that one. Then we're going to go to the theory of everything. And with this one, what we're going to do is I agree with Malduk. From that point, what we can do is run ahead. And we're going to go speak with Crier for a final time. Again, I went to sleep mode and spoke to something. I don't remember.
I don't know.
We're going to head back up. And this time, we're going to have to pay attention to what we're going to say. With Crier, what we're going to say is that I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of...
A manifestation.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I see...
We're going to transmit the data to everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home. Something about...
This data has some important truths to tell us.
Regardless of what.
So it's basically the exact same thing with Brian. The only thing that's going to be different is that for Herman, once we go speak with them, we must say that the myth must be preserved. Once we do that, we are pretty much golden. So what we're going to do is follow the path all the way to the end, to the tram.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Okay. Once we make our way up, what we're going to do is go straight to Herman, our favorite lovely cadet of our mayor. And what we're going to do with this one is that we're going to say
streaming.
it was the truth.
I'm sure.
So you admit your goal was a myth.
A myth?
And what we're going to say is that the myth of the goal must be preserved to prevent us from repeating the mistakes of our ancestors. So right when you do that, just be right up on it, right when you start. So hit that. He's going to say thank you 1K.
I've been alone.
Then from that, what we're going to do is head on to the Vito and go straight to Byron.
Let's go. You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
Let's run to Byron.
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
No! I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Again, we're going to do the exact same choices when speaking to him. This time we're actually going to leave the calibration room.
Welcome.
What happened to me?
We think you and
What is the situation in New Jerusalem?
despite all the...
We have to save Athena.
And what about...
We have to embrace the future.
If that's your choice,
Thank you for everything.
we're all in in this to...
Then once we go out, you should get that achievement. That's going to be balanced, and what we're going to do is turn to our left. And we should come up and speak with Byron.
Hello,
Should put us right into it. And what we're going to say, we have to say Athena. He's going to agree. What do we do now?
Herman Mays.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
To Melville.
And what we need to do is wait for Byron to actually get onto the train because it won't let you. So just stay right behind him. Should have went a little bit slower on that point, but that's the reason why I speak. To get those options out of the way. And then a cutscene is going to appear. You can't skip this.
Back, aren't you?
So just listen through.
We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No?
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty.
Okay, right when I'm done speaking, you actually could skip it. Once Byron says thank you for your honesty, you should be able to come skip it. All you have to do is walk forward, and we're gonna go right into the elevator. And then what we're going to do is right when the elevator stops, we're gonna run straight to those waypoints. There's not really anything that I can tell you what to do, so you can just run straight to them. Once we talk to them, we're gonna head back here and go back into the elevator. So.
We understand that a minority of citizens feel passionate about the technology discovered by Byron's expedition, but that is not a justification for antisocial behavior. May the founder be with you.
We're going to speak to Melville.
1K.
Because the other one is closer. I'm going to mega structure. Will you come with me? She's going to agree. Then meet me at the VTOL. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to go speak to Yakit. He would either deny or he will agree to come with you. It doesn't really matter on how many people who does come with you. You're still gonna get the ending.
I'm really glad. Yes.
Again, it's all about asking, and I'll see you at the VTOL, and just turn around and run straight to the mega structure. Not the mega structure, the helipad, the VTOL at the top. Once we do the 12, it's 12 gold trials because it's 12 areas we went to. Once we do those, there's only one trial per area. What we're going to do is, I don't know what that was. What we're going to do is head back to the mega structure, mess with the gold trial finale. We're going to put the stars in to get that achievement. And then we're going to go into the mega structure for the final 8 puzzles that we need to do in there. Which makes you go into 2 different dimensions, per se.
Fix that right away. Thank you.
You're gonna see, it's really cool. Okay. Follow, look, walk through, turn to your left, and then follow the path. And then run straight to the VTOL. And that's pretty much it.
I'm glad you're all here.
We're gonna head over to what's the first one? East 1. And we're gonna start from there.
Let's get out of here before they change their
I'm gonna go
minds.
by how the level starts.
have only one thing to ask of you, my child.
If we go straight into the mega structure first, we will be locked out of a few achievements. That's the reason why we're gonna go do this stuff. Because once you go into the mega structure, it puts you into the finale part of the game. And once you beat the game, it's gonna still put you back into that finale part. So
such a burden alone.
All right, 1K, you're in charge now.
it's gonna make you step off, and then yeah, here you go, Byron. He's saying if you want to go explore, you can see on our left there are 12 gates that we need to go and do. They are pretty harder. They're harder than the base trials, and they do require a bit more thinking. But since you're with me, they should be a lot quicker and easy. From this point, what we're going to do is head to our right. Do not go back to that VTOL. We're going to go right forward and go right down into the tram system, and we're going to head to East 1.
I wonder what happens if you solve all of them.
Melville's giving you hints on what's going to happen once we activate all of them. Something will happen. We're going to head to East 1.